Sometimes a game's storyline is something that really can invoke you and grab you in. And this is what Mass Effect 3 did to me before any other game could. Now, I've had tears come up when I was watching movies, television shows, and sometimes even anime, but only once has a game ever made me cry. Now, some games have had really good storylines, such as the Walking Dead game, but really none of them had brought me to tears like Mass Effect 3. Of course, this is going to have spoilers, so if you have not beaten Mass Effect 3 and you have intentions of doing so at one point, I suggest you do not watch the rest of this video. The scene in Mass Effect 3 that brought me to tears was Tali's suicide. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I was not like president of Tali's fan club in the first place. I mean, I was more of a Liara person myself, personally. But just the fact that after all those deaths and all of the Geth and Quarian conflict and all the deaths in that one death was so dramatic and so impacting on me that I couldn't help but have a few tears roll down my face. BioWare's cinematic team did a fantastic job on that scene, and I could not help but be brought to a few tears due to how dramatic and well put together it was. For me, one of the biggest underlying messages in Mass Effect 3 was how many deaths are too many. I don't think I'm the only one that got that message. I mean, with the wall that's in the Normandy with all the deaths and all of that other stuff, and how it tries to make individual deaths really matter to you. I always thought that was the biggest underlying message in Mass Effect 3, and Tali's death really got to me. After seeing the war end in the Geth's favor, she didn't know how to handle it, and so she had to off herself. Everything in the entire galaxy was gone for her. And what quite possibly is what threw me over the edge is how it gives you the option to dive and catch her, however it's still futile. You get that one glimmer of hope for a second that you can catch her and that things will be alright, but Tali is still gone. A character that you had had ever since the first game, you can lose like that. And she doesn't die by heroically sacrificing herself or by being killed by an enemy. She simply offs herself. And that just made me so sad in the game. In a game like Mass Effect, you have to get used to your squad mates dying. I mean, it takes place in a war setting. But what you're not expecting is that someone's going to die in a place like Rannoch at the time where there were no enemies there. And that's the thing that makes a death or any kind of other thing very tragic, is when you're not expecting it. And BioWare did an amazing job with that, and they brought me to tears before any other game could. That is it for this video, and for now I would like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye!
We have multiple hull breaches. Raya's drive core is offline. All ships in range. Please assist. Please assist. Escape pods not responding. All hands prepare for impact.
I'm sorry.